Alright, well this video is going to be about right and wrong and how they don't actually, or they're not actually real. And, well, I'll be reading from a blog that I have on my MySpace, because I can't really think of too many words when I'm making these videos. I don't know, it makes me nervous. So, it's going to sound a little bit like I'm reading something, because I am, but it's something that I wrote, so that makes it okay. Okay, so the title is Right and Wrong Don't Matter. They aren't even real. Everyone has a different view of what is right and wrong, and people think that laws should reflect morality, but that's idiotic. You can't impose one person's morals on everyone else. Well, actually you can, and it wouldn't be wrong, but somebody would stop you. In the end, that's all that matters. If you think that doing something isn't wrong, all that matters is whether or not anybody stops you. Might makes right. The law is enforced by people with the ability to physically stop people from breaking it. If it was all talk, it wouldn't work. If someone can keep from getting caught or overpower law enforcement, then that person can do whatever he or she wants. So what reason is there for people not to hurt each other? The reason is just because people will physically stop them, because in many cases they don't. The answer is the greatest non-physical deterrent to adverse behavior, oh there's some big words, ever devised. The golden rule. If you treat people with respect, they will treat you with respect. Not hurting others prevents you from being hurt, though not completely. It gives you at least the moral high ground, despite morality being completely subjective and not being real. But, oh well. For example, if a person hates black people and hits them in the face whenever he sees them, there's no reason for black people not to hate that person and hit him in the face whenever they see him. Racism is illogical because it's a bad idea to have an entire race hate you, and you can't get your entire race to hate them because we're all individuals. Except me. I'm the only one who's just like everybody else. In a clash between an individual or even a small group of individuals and an entire race, the race will win. It's wrong because it can be and is physically prevented. This principle isn't limited to racism, of course. It applies to all forms of hate against a group. It's not considered wrong to hate Nazis because pretty much all non-Nazis hate them. Where is it? Okay. They're a small group, and no one is willing to defend them. Homophobes can't go around hurting homosexuals because homosexuals have the support of enough people to physically stop the abuse. What is it about a group that gives it the support of people in general? I think it's whether or not the group is based on hate. People don't like unpleasantness, so when the Nazis decided to start exterminating groups of people, even people who weren't members of the groups that the Nazis hated protested it. Homosexuals' way of life is based on love, and people like love, so they are protected from groups that are based on their hatred of them. People like to feel good, and they don't like to feel bad. Christianity is presumably based on love, so they enjoy the protection of society as a whole. Islam is seen as a religion of terrorism and hate, so it is not as well protected, though people who protest the treatment of Muslims are protected because their views are based on tolerance and other things that people find to be pleasant. Now, I'm not saying that I believe Islam is based on hate, but I haven't read the whole Quran, so I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. People generally do not protest love, but they do protest hate. If your ideals are based on what makes society feel good, then you will enjoy the protection of society. If your ideals are based on things that make society feel bad, then you'd better have the ability to physically defend them. And that is all. And, that didn't work out too well.